Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is Kendall Martinez-Wright. Welcome. Oh, you're muted. There we go.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing?
Welcome, Kendall. Thanks so much for being with us today.
And thank you for inviting me. I am very excited to chit chat about my campaign and about a few
Certainly,
other things. So let's
certainly,
get
certainly.
going.
Yes, such a pleasure to have you here. Well, let's start off with a brief introduction to everyone that's watching. Who are you, Kendall?
For those that don't know me, and for some viewers that might know me, I'm Kendall Martinez-Wright, she, her pronouns. I am living in Palmyra, Missouri, where my House District, Missouri House District 5, is seated. And I am the first Afro Puerto Rican trans woman to run in not only in the state of Missouri, but I actually found out I am the first to run in the nation.
Oh, okay. So we have a trailblazer here. We love it. We love it. And so you're running for you're a candidate for the Missouri House of Representatives, District 5.
Yeah.
Tell me, why are you running for this position and why was this year the year?
A little backstory. I have been involved with advocacy for 12 years. Today is actually my 12-year anniversary of starting in the Missouri legislature as a strategist and advocate. And
Congrats.
so, oh, thank you. And so I was like, after the 2020 election, I was really involved with not only in the campaign world, but also I was involved uh, deeply in the legislative process. And after this year and last sessions, with a lot of anti-LGBTQ bills, anti-human rights bills, I was like, oh no, somebody, I cannot just stand over on the side as an advocate. I want to throw my name into this race. And I want to also show individuals that individuals like me who don't look like me can live in rural Missouri and also contributes to not only their city or town, municipality, but also they contribute to the state of Missouri. And without those individuals, the state of Missouri will not be where it is today.
Certainly, certainly. And I mean, that's really, really important. And thank you for going out there, and being that trailblazer for everyone else. It's certainly an accomplishment. Talk to me a little bit about, some of the top issues that you're really focused on as, you ramp up this campaign.
Yeah, so that's a great question. My main priority issues is fair and equitable education, fair and equitable infrastructure, fair and equitable agriculture, and fair and equitable human rights. And the reason for those four issues is because in rural Missouri, we are often left out in the dark. There is legislatures in the Missouri General Assembly that says, oh, rural schools are doing good. So let's just put them in the back burner. Let's focus on these urban schools, which happen, they want to supersede what the school districts are doing. They want to supersede of how to fund with improvement projects when it comes to highways and various areas of road. And when it comes to human rights, it is an atrocity that the Missouri Non-Discrimination Act has not been passed. The Missouri Non-Discrimination Act has been filed ever since 1996, actually. It is old enough to smoke cigarettes,
Mm-hmm.
drink liquor, play the lottery, Heck, even do they are eligible actually to run for the Missouri House of Representatives if it was a person. And with the onslaught of individuals trying to compete for the oppression Olympics, it is a monstrosity how we are not progressing in a way that's going to help benefit and help uplift Missouri for the
Certainly.
future generation. So that's why it is very important that we really pay attention, because when it comes down to it, even the smallest thing can make a significant impact.
Certainly, certainly. So anyone out there who's watching and they're really moved by your words and what you have to offer, talk to them really about why you are the perfect choice. What makes you stand out, among all the candidates? Why are you the perfect choice for the specific seats?
I've had a feeling you was going to ask me that question. And the reason why I'm a perfect choice is because I have a experienced coalition building skill that a lot of legislators, even within the Democrat Party and the Republican Party, has. If
Mhm.
I can, if I can get various pieces of legislation passed and have various conversations on very sensitive issues with an open heart and open mind, and most importantly, transparency, that is the reason why we can get some things done. And when it comes to the political chicanery and just the foolery, I'm not about that. Because when it comes down to the people are the ones that is going to reap the repercussions if they do not have any type of effective policy passed. And also, as a person that is, a quadruple minority, I want to really showcase those voices in the African American community, the Latino community, the LGBTQ community, the rural Missouri community, and actually it's quadruple because, or not quad, what's the word for a five tier? I can't remember.
Quintuple.
Quintuple, and living with various disabilities, because when it comes down to it, healthcare, we passed Medicaid expansion in the state of Missouri. The Missouri General Assembly is actively trying to refuse funding for that.
Oh,
So that's disenfranchising various entities that rely on Medicaid. They rely
certainly.
on that because there's patients, specifically the elderly, that's going to be really hurting, because once the nursing home starts closing, that's going to be a huge issue, and we have to acknowledge that. We have to also acknowledge that there is individuals living in this state that cannot afford health care because of not only the socioeconomic reasons, but also because there is lack of access to good health care. It took me 20 years for me to get diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And you know how I end up finding out about that diagnosis? I had to travel across the river to Quincy, Illinois, which is a 20-minute drive from Palmyra, to get the diagnosis.
Oh, wow,
So
wow,
that
wow.
is why I am the right person for
Certainly,
Missouri House District 5.
certainly, certainly. Well, when does voting begin there?
So voting, it starts. Um, so the primary is August 8th. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
no, not 8th, August 9th,
Mm-hmm.
and 2022. And then the election will actually coming up to the year out mark. That is at on November 8th of 2022. And for the August primary, I am very lucky because I have no primary opponents.
Mm-hmm.
So in my party, so that makes things so much easier on my end. It is just really getting the votes for the general, because
Certainly.
because my district, it voted heavily for Donald Trump by almost 90%.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you figure out how they vote in a way where it's they see what they see on television. And then when it came down to right to work, surprisingly, my district shut that shit, shut that mess down. I almost cussed.
No,
I'm a
you can
kind of
cuss here if you want.
okay, good, because I tell people I like to smoke my cigarettes, I like my beer, and I like to cuss.
I love it. I love it. Well, for everyone, I'm so happy that you're starting out so early with the campaigning and everything. So, for everyone who wants to make sure that they're registered to vote, that they know what to do before the time comes up, you can text Team Racine to 40649, courtesy of headcount.org. Pledge to vote, check your voter status, and register to vote if not yet registered. So you can do all of that from early as now so that you are ready and prepared to vote in the election come next year. Once again, you can text Team Racine to 40649. So thank you so much, Kendall, for being here. Before I let you go, how can people keep up with you, follow you on social media, and support your campaign in any way?
They can go to kindleformissouri.org, and you will see not only my story, but you will see where I stand on, and there's links to how to support via donations or volunteer efforts.
Certainly. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. To our
Thank,
viewers,
thank
those,
you.
oh, certainly, certainly. To our viewers, those links will be in the description below. And please follow us on all forms of social media. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.